We removed the
and protect the rights that our founders recognize come from God, our Creator. Leader, the new Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, as our friend Mike Davis wrote on X this morning, is off to a strong start because there are confirmation hearings slated between today and Thursday for 13 of the 15 cabinet nominees from Trump. This is everyone except HHS Secretary RFK Jr. and Labor Department pick Lori Chavez DeRemer, who are arguably two of the more controversial picks. But literally everyone else has a committee that is slated to hear at least the beginning to see if they will then pass out of committee and then go for a full floor vote. So let's welcome in Beau French, who is the chairman of the Tarrant County GOP out of Texas. And Beau, good morning, and I really appreciate you joining today. Overall, is this unprecedented kind of good idea to just, go full bore in the next 3 days and kind of get everybody their confirmation hearing started?
Well, good morning, Jenna, and thank you for having me on. Listen, I think that, President Trump learned a lot from his first term where he was really caught flat-footed and really ill-prepared, not because anything he did wrong, really, but he was just getting really bad advice from people who were dead set on undermining him from the beginning, people like Paul Ryan. And so, he's had 4 years to essentially build his team and think about his team and be laser focused on what he needs to accomplish starting day one. And I think that, having confirmations this week is just a testament to his resolve to being ready to go on at noon on January 20th.
Yeah, so today, Tuesday, starting at 9 a.m., Doug Collins for the VA, the Committee, of course, is Veterans Affairs. That'll start. And then at 10 a.m., Doug Burgum for Interior. And then 9:30 is Pete Hegseth for Secretary of Defense. Obviously, out of those three, more of the media focus has been on Pete Hegseth. How do you think that one is going to play out?
Well, first of all, I've met all of those gentlemen. I think they're all very qualified for their respective roles. I'm probably most excited, though, about Pete Hegseth because that's obviously a big one. Here's a guy who is very bright, very well educated, very well spoken, has relevant military experience. He's seen as one of the guys by the veterans who've been in the military, by the active duty people in the military. And so, he is really someone who the military community, and I mean like the guys on the ground, the guys who actually carry guns, they are in love with the idea of a Department of Defense head in Pete Hegseth. And I think that, look, he's controversial because the left fears him. They have used the military for years as a place for social experimentation instead of focusing on lethality. And Pete Hegseth is a guy who's no nonsense. He's very outspoken on this, sort of idea of this woke military. And he's going to come in, and on day one, he's going to change the culture. And, of course, that just scares the left. And so I think for that reason, anytime you're scaring the left, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think that part of the reason that the left, and certainly that includes most of the mainstream media, went after Pete Hegseth is because of some of these promises to rid the wokeness in the military, the DEI. I mean, he's even talking about renaming some of these military bases that had been renamed previously to, some of these people that probably didn't deserve it, with some of the DEI that came from the, thankfully, it'll be the prior administration in another week here. And so, of course, though, the left isn't highlighting those reasons. They're trying to go after him personally. And we saw a lot of what really just utterly failed in terms of going after Pete Hegseth, like saying that he didn't actually get into West Point. And then he posted his welcome letter just a couple of hours later on X and showed how corrupt these types of reports are, and they're not really reports, they're really just attacks. And so can we expect kind of this circus from the Democrats on the committee that are going to try to go after him personally, like what we've seen with some of President Trump's nominees for the Supreme Court, for example, or some of these other things? And obviously the media can't cover all of these confirmation hearings simultaneously, but we'll see clips and all of those things on social media. But can we expect, do you think, that same kind of circus from some of these committees, particularly for Pete Hegseth?
Well, I think anytime you have someone who is going to be effective in Washington, D.C., at combating, the woke mind virus and just the institutionalized bureaucracy that is, really the fourth branch of government, you're going to have major pushback from the media, the legacy media especially,